Welcome to Rio de Janeiro and the Maracanã Zeno Stadium. The world's media were here to watch the International Judo Federation's 2010 Rio Grand Slam. With the fighters raring to go, the opening ceremony got underway. Brazil fielded a strong squad. The host nation loves judo. The thousands of fans that packed the venue were here to have fun and were hoping to see a Brazilian gold medal. A lot of fighters were coming to Rio in good form. One of them was the under 60 kilos fighter Ryshard Soborov of Uzbekistan, who 2 weeks ago won the Tunis Grand Prix. How would the world number 2 get on in Rio? So Soborov then, number 2 in the world, wearing blue, and a left-handed fighter looking for the arm over the top. And he can come from different angles. Oh, I changed it to right, Oguruma. That was brilliant stuff. Soborov, we know he can go right and left. And now, what's it going to be? Uranagi! Oh, superb! Soborov then is on form. Some great judo. There's the Kosoto. And now, oh, it's Harai Makikomi. Soborov then, the man on form. Got to be the favourite to win this tournament. Oh, drops Inagi. So quick. That was like lightning. He was right the way underneath him there, tied the arm up, and Moran didn't know what hit him. Ryoka then, world number 3, also a big thrower. Looking for the grab. Sony Kamigoshi. Oh, super stuff. So Wazari then, ahead. Now what's going to happen? Yoko Tomonagi. Oh, it's got to be. It's Ippon, and he's through. So Ryoka. Now what's he going to do? Left or right? Seanagi, and he lands on his side. Wazari scored. So now searching for the grip again. Drops Seanagi again. Wazetti Ippon this time. Fantastic. So it's a Hirioka Soborov final. What a final. 2 great throwers. Somebody's got to go. Sony then. Hirioka, first of all, trying to set up the... oh, left Seanagi this time. And he opens the account. Yuko scored. And Soborov is down. There's the drop Seanagi. Look at the drive off the legs. Brilliant technique. So, Soborov got it all to do. 1 score each on the board. Dead even at the moment. 42 seconds left on the clock. Anybody can go, and they do! Soborov goes over, and Hirioka switched that. He came in for the right and switched it to the left, and Soborov had no answer. So you can see that both coaches now shouting advice. And Soborov is going forward all the time, looking for the big technique. Seconds are ticking away. Hirioka, can he hold on? Takes Soborov over, and he's done enough. Hirioka is the champion, and what a champion he is. So Hirioka goes up to number 1 in the world rankings, and Soborov stays number 2. After the excitement of the under 60 kilos, another man who was out to throw everybody for Ippon was Mongolia's new sensation, the world number 2, Mairag Kachar Sangjashiren. Sangjashiren, very exciting, comes from different angles, wearing blue. Koji! Oh, look at the drive he got from that. So Sangjashiren, he can go left or right. And he does some pretty strange but fantastic things. Drops Seanagi Taitoshi. Oh! Great combination. Sangjashiren, the man on form. Verdi, well, come up from 60 kilos with the bigger men now. But Sangjashiren drops Seanagi. Oh, and Wazari scored. And Verdi really does know now that he's in the higher weight category. Sangjashiren, the man on form. So now, what can Verdi do to get this back? Drops Seanagi again! Oh! Now, was that a score? Oh! He's dropped into the arm lock. Now, can Verde get the leverage on the arm? He hasn't tapped yet. Sanchez-Lloren is so far ahead in this match. And this is going to be the biggest upset. Yes, he gets the Ippon. And Verde of Italy surprises everybody, including Sanchez-Lloren, with that arm lock. And Sanchez-Lloren scored off the throw, fell into the arm lock. And this, well, gets the surprise submission and puts Verde into the final. So brilliant stuff from him, looking for the leverage all the time, and he had to submit. Verde is through. So Gadanov, Verde final, and Gadanov has been on fantastic form, and Verde has been the surprise of this category. So who's it going to be? Arm over the top now. He's hooked in, and it's Uchimata, and it's all over, and Gadanov is the champion. That was brilliant. He tied up the arm, and look at him hook inside there, and he can do that because he's holding the other side. Verde allows it, and there he throws his head down, gets the momentum, so Gadanov goes from 5th to 2nd in the world rankings. The man who continued to climb up the ranking list in the under 73 kilos was Japan's Hiroki Akimoto. After his silver medal in Tunis 2 weeks ago, a fantastic drop Seoinage gave him the gold medal here. The Japanese are even stronger in the female weights. The world number ones in the 4 lightest female categories are all from Japan, and they all took gold medals here in Rio. With Tomoko Fukumi in the under 48 kilos, Misato Nakamura in the under 52 kilos, Kaori Matsumoto in the under 57 kilos, and Yoshi Ueno in the under 63 kilos. Fukumi maintained her number 1 status, beating world number 2 Frédéric Jossenet of France in the final with Kouchi Gary. After winning the World Masters in Suwon and the Grand Slam in Paris earlier this year, Nakamura continued her dominance of the under 52 kilos when she threw Luxembourg's Marie Muller with Osodogari for Wazari before following it into a hold down for Ippon. Matsumoto has now won all 4 competitions she's competed in this year. In the final in Rio, she attacked more than her opponent, the world number 2 Telma Monteiro of Portugal. It forced a crucial penalty on Monteiro, who conceded the gold medal to Matsumoto. Ueno was ruthless in the under 63 kilos, winning 3 of her 4 contests by Ippon, including in the final against Marta Labazina of Russia. She first threw for Uchimata, scoring Wazari, and then moved quickly into an Ippon scoring hold down. Japan further enhanced their dominance of female judo when world number 17 Roika Sato and world number 6 of Kari Ogata met in an all-Japan final. Sato upset the odds, throwing Ogata for Wazari and securing a hold down for Ippon. It moved her up 12 places to 7th on the ranking list. One female fighter who has no trouble with Japanese opposition is the incredible under 70 kilos French fighter Lucie Decosse. Her beautiful attacking judo won her the Paris Grand Slam in February, but having sat out the last 2 Grand Prix, Decosse has slipped to 2nd in the ranking list. Would she regain top spot here in Rio? So Decosse in blue, and really a head and shoulders above anybody in the category. She's here to prove it. Oh, Uchigari! Oh, takes the Japanese over. Superb Ippon. So Decosse, left-handed fighter. Such a strong Uchimata. Oh, Uchi, there it is. Got to be a score. Yuko scored. There's the driving Ouchi. Decosse now looking for the sleeve. Arm over. Likes to dominate. Okuruma. Yuko scored. So now well on top. Yeah, the French coach saying go forward all the time. Now she's got the grip. There's the Ouchi. There's the hop. And the drive. Decosse then all over her. Look at the sleeve control there. And the drive with the lapel. So Decosse well on top. And the time's gone. And there's an Ouchi. But she's through. And she's through to the final. Kos looking to win her second Grand Slam, winner in Paris. And now looking for this one. And Bosch is going to give it everything she can give. So Kos then well on top here, and Bosch, well, doesn't really know what to do with her. She's so dominant, controls the head all the time. There's a penalty there for Bosch. And Kos, not the tallest in the category, but certainly the strongest. Gets control of the head, pulls the head down, dominates the sleeve. Left-handed fighter. Now look at her dominate that sleeve. Snaps it off. And now, Bosch on the edge. Retreating all the time. And there, Osoto, Kosoto, and Ippon given. And Kos wins her second Grand Slam. Fantastic stuff there. Well, the Kosoto was almost a little bit too late, but it didn't matter. So Kos now back to world number one, where she belongs.
I'm very happy. It's a big tournament. It's a Grand Slam, and for the Olympic qualification, it's many points. I win in Paris, and it's a second. So yes, it's important to win in your home and outside.
One of the biggest throwers in men's judo is world number one Takamasa Anai of Japan. Earlier this year, Anai obliterated all opposition in the Dusseldorf Grand Prix to take the gold medal. But 2 weeks ago in Tunis, Anai spectacularly crashed out of the tournament against France's Frederick Stiegelmann in the early rounds. He was back in Rio for gold and nothing else. So Anai then, the world number one, but hoping to put right what happened in Tunisia when he went out early. Oh, Uchimata! I'm back, he says. I'm going to be number one again. Okay, there's the Uchimata, right the way underneath. Beautiful rotation. Anai, left-handed, looking for the sleeve. Once he gets that, the Georgian is in trouble. Now he's got it. There's the space, and it looked so easy, didn't it? And even the Georgian says, yep, that was beautiful. On the edge, and he gets the rotation. It's very, very low. So Anai looking at his very best here, and who can stop him? The world number 3, Elko van der Geest, is coming into great form. This year, he's won the European Championships and the Paris Grand Slam in February. How will he do in Rio? Elko van der Geest of Belgium. Man on form at the moment, and a big thrower as well. So what's going to happen? Oh, Kosoto's going to happen. Ippon. So van der Geest then, very much the man on form, but he's got to be careful of Darwish. Darwish, arm over the top, drops in Aggie van der Geest. Oh, he's taken him over, and he's through to the final. Ippon. So van der Geest is through. Can he cause Anai any problems in the final? So 2 men on form then. Elko van der Geest in white, Anai in blue. And van der Geest number 3 in the world, Anai number 1, and here to show he's number 1. Strong gripping then from both these fighters. Both, look at, oh, it's all over. Diashibarai, and Anai has gone over. And van der Geest says, what do you think about that? And he says, I am number 1, I'm back. And Anai just shakes his head. Look at that. Diashibarai is flat on his back, and only 14 seconds of this contest gone. And Anai has shown here that he can be beaten.
I won this tournament last year, so for me it was a special tournament, and I really wanted to be good here because I like the atmosphere and I like Brazil, and today I was good again. And lately it's going very well. I just became a European champion, and I won the Grand Slam in Paris, so I'm doing very well. I've been like at the bottom of the ocean, and I'm climbing up, and now I'm getting higher on the mountain. You know, and maybe on the Worlds or in the Olympics I can get a medal too. That's my target, so we'll see.
In the plus 100 kilos category, the gold medalist from Tunis was Japan's world number 2, Keiji Suzuki. Suzuki started the preliminaries in typical fashion, with a beautiful Haraigoshi in his first fight and then an Uchimata in his second. In the quarterfinal, he was smashed over by Poland's Wanarovich for Wazari, but came back at him with a sensational Uchimata to score Ippon. In the semi-final, he met Japanese teammate Kazuhiko Takahashi, the world number 7. Suzuki could not get to grips with Takahashi and was caught with Osarigari for a crucial Wazari. He lost the contest and had to settle for a bronze medal. Germany's Andreas Tolzer was totally outfought by Takahashi in the final. With 30 seconds to go and Tolzer 3 penalties down, he collapsed and effectively conceded the final. A 4th and decisive penalty gave Takahashi the gold and moved him to 4th in the rankings. In the heaviest female category, Brazil had a surprise opportunity for a gold medal after Maria Althamann threw Ursula Sadkowska of Poland for Ippon in the semi-final. Maracana Zeno erupted with a party atmosphere, taking Althamann into the final. But to the bitter disappointment of so many within the stadium, Althamann could not get close to beating world number 1 Lucia Palabda, who dropped underneath her with Cianagi, scoring Ippon and taking the gold medal. But it was in the under 81 kilos category where Brazil had a realistic chance of a gold medal, with Leandro Galero, the Paris Grand Slam winner, taking to the mat. Galero blasted his way through the early rounds with a drop Cianagi in his first contest, followed by one of the throws of the tournament in his quarter-final. To the dismay of the Maracana Zeno, he crumbled against Guillaume Elmont of the Netherlands. 1 penalty was all it took to book Elmont's ticket to the final and wipe out Galero's hopes. On the other side of the draw, another Brazilian, Flavio Canto, was on fire. He started with Uchimata, then came the 2 most spectacular arm locks of the Grand Slam, first against Black of Poland, and then against Kevkespili of Georgia. However, as with Galero, the semi-final was as far as Canto would progress. Croatia's Tomislav Marjanovic, the world number 50, came from nowhere to bury Canto with a massive Oguruma for Ippon. The final was an anticlimax, with Marjanovic beating Elmont by a penalty. It pushed the Croatian up 34 places in the ranking to 16th. Last year's Rio Grand Slam was won by world number 2 Kirill Denisov of Russia, who beat Brazil's Hugo Pisana in the final. Denisov is again favourite this year, but world number 7 Pisana will be desperate for revenge. Brazil have 1 chance left for gold. Denisov, winner last year, arm over the top. Now, what's going to happen? Oh, Uchigari! Oh, beautiful stuff. Wazari scored. It's Pisana in blue. Fighting for grips, looking for the inside. Now looking for the arm on the outside. Now what's going to happen? Oh, Uchigari and drives it. Ippon scored. Pisana through. Denisov. Been on great form all day. Getting advice from the coach. Left-handed fighter. Now what's going to happen? He's got the arm over the top. Lepatiliani also trying to get the arm over the top. One of them's going to go. Something's going to happen here. Kouchi! And he drove him back. Lepatiliani didn't know what happened. And he hooked in and gets the score with the Kouchi backwards. And Lepatiliani couldn't do anything about it. So Denisov then through to the final to defend his title. So the home crowd really behind Pisana. Can he get through to this final? Can he win Brazil's first gold medal? And Pisana, right against left, looking for the sleeve. Now, is he gonna? He's got the sleeve. Uchimata and the ippon, and the crowd are going crazy. Pisana then through to the final, and he must have a chance of reversing what happened last year and getting Brazil's gold medal here. He hooks in for the Uchimata and then drives it out to the side, and he'll be looking for revenge in the final, and he's got the whole of Brazil with him. So this is a repeat of last year's final. Denisov of Russia against Pisana of Brazil. And well, the crowd really behind their man now. They want revenge for what happened last year. Denisov, though, has other thoughts on that. So Denisov left-handed, Pisana right-handed. And you can see the shape of the legs there. W Uchimata! Oh, and the crowd going crazy. Look at that, Wazeri. And Denisov, I think, is a little bit injured there. Landed on his shoulder. There's the Uchimata, there's the drive. And Pisana goes ahead in this final. Hooks in for the Uchimata, drives him over, doesn't quite land on his back, lands on his shoulder. So the crowd celebrate, and they smell the first gold medal for Brazil. And so does Pisana. Denisov then got it all to do now, arm over the top. So now anything can happen. Two big throwers, there's the Uchimata again. And well, he's saying you've got to keep him out. Dominate the inside grip. Oh, there's the arm round the back. Now then, somebody's going to go from this situation. Normally, big throwers, left to right. And it literally could be anybody's this now. So superb stuff. They're both going for it. And, well, Pisana, even with a Wazari up, is still going for the ippon. He's not content with the Wazari, he's going for the ippon. And that can be very dangerous against somebody like Denisov. Oh, Uchigari! Oh! Now then, does he get a score? Yuko scored. There's 2 scores on the board. Same Uchigari scoops him through, changes direction for the Uchimata, gets the score. So, seconds ticking away! Oh, now what's happened there? Well, literally, last second on the clock, and they've given ippon. Who've they given it to? They've given it to the Brazilian. And really, I thought that if it's anybody's, it's going to be Denisov's. Denisov kind of dug in, and now goes to video referee, and it could be anybody's this. If it's both together, no score will be given. Well, he turned it, but did he? It wasn't an ippon for the Russian, that's for sure. And, well, he did dig in, so for me, it's no score. What are they going to give? Oh, they've given it to the Brazilian! Well, they gave it to the Brazilian, and Pisana wins it, and the crowd have gone mental. So this is the score that actually won it. This is the first Uchimata that gets the Wazari, the change of direction, takes him over onto his side. So Pisana wins the gold medal that they so badly wanted.
It was amazing winning here in Brazil, in my home, here in the chair of the people. So I'm very satisfied about the result. I have a great pressure in me because it's in Brazil, in Rio de Janeiro, and it was difficult to control it. In that moment, I don't saw anything, and I only and the people cheering, and I just look at my family and said to them that I love them, and it's all that I remember.
Well, that's it from Rio. We look forward to seeing you in July for the 2010 Moscow Grand Slam.